Whether you're under 35 or even if you're over 35 and you're watching this video, there are certain things that every man must learn so he has a more fulfilling life and so he has more options with women. First, he must learn how to be more comfortable around the women that he's attracted to. A lot of men are really scared around women that they like. They don't want to get rejected. They don't want to say something wrong. They don't want to mess up an interaction. So they create higher stakes for themselves. Even though she's just a woman like anyone else, she just happens to be someone that you're more attracted to. You have to learn how to be more comfortable, so we have to spend more time around women that we do find attractive so it doesn't seem like that big of a deal. Number two, the only competition that you have in this life is you against you. It's not you versus your boss. It's not you versus your friends. It's not you versus a woman. It's not you trying to compete against other members of your family or other people that you know. It's about you every day trying to become a better version of yourself. The reason why this is because it's not ever a fair comparison to compare yourself to other people around the world. Everyone has different situations. They were raised differently. They've had different experiences. It's a waste of your time and a waste of your emotional time. You need to be spending more time thinking about how you can always do better. That way you'll always keep leveling up. Number three, logic over emotion. When it's logic versus emotion, logic wins every time, or at least it should in terms of making the best decision. But sometimes we can get erratic, we can make emotional decisions that are not good for us. One example is maybe spending more time with a girl because you're very attracted to her and it's amazing being with her in bed, but you know logically she's not the best fit for you. Ask yourself in every decision that you make, no matter what, big or small, in that moment, say, what would logic do in this case? Because in that moment, you're going to be feeling emotional in terms of whatever it is, right? Maybe it's buying a new car and emotionally it costs a lot of money, but you just love it. And even though it costs a lot of money, you just want to have it. What would logic say in this case? Well, maybe you can't afford it and it's going to be terrible for your budgeting. In any case, always look to the logic before you make a decision. Number four, here's a harsh one, but women and the whole world around you don't care about you and don't care about you as much as you will care about yourself. Now, this doesn't mean to not care about other people, but what it does mean is that when you're out doing things in the world and when we grow up, we think that everyone has our best interest because we're raised by our parents and things are done for us. But the harsh reality of becoming an adult is we have to fend for ourselves, especially men. Men are usually loved and respected based on the value that they can provide. So it would be very naive of you to be going out there thinking that someone has your back when they really don't. And sometimes they will, but at the end of the day, it's always going to be you looking out for you. So make sure that you are looking out for yourself and not relying on anyone else so you can be the strongest version of yourself ultimately. We always want to be in control. That way, we'll be able to make the best decisions and get the better results. Number five, you need to learn how to invest. But it's not just about investing in stocks and finances, and that stuff is great too, but you need to be investing in yourself in terms of learning. So investing resources like finances and investing time into learning and becoming a better person in all the areas that you want to. It's also about investing in conveniences. Sometimes we need things in our life that are more convenient so we save time and ultimately we can spend more time in other areas that are going to improve ourselves. And this all depends on your financial situation, but hey, let's pretend that you're single and it takes you a lot of time to do laundry and to get that all done, and that takes hours out of your week. Well, what if you invested in having someone come pick it up, do it for you, one of those laundromats where they do a fluff and fold where they take it and then deliver it back to you? Maybe that's a great investment for you so you can spend more time doing other things for yourself, not just sitting back and relaxing and having a good time, but doing something that's going to create more for you in this world. In fact, I actually take part of that back. Maybe it is investing in doing that so you can relax and have a good time because you're working so much that you need a couple of those hours to relax. Either way, you're still investing in yourself. Number 6, you have to learn how to dress properly, how to groom properly. This should be something that you should be learning by the time you're 18 years old. And don't worry, if you're much older than that and you don't have this figured out, it's not too late. There are so many resources for you online. There's so many resources available if you just walk into a store and ask them for help with clothes and going to a stylist to help with grooming. So many resources available, but you want to learn this so you become your most attractive self, so then you can attract more people in your life and you can have what's called superficial confidence. That confidence that you get from you thinking that you're looking really attractive and really good. Next, how to conduct yourself in a stressful situation. Similar to logic over emotion. We're gonna be going through a lot of tough times in work, with friends, with girlfriends, with family members. You're gonna get yourself in a situation that is going to be stressful. It's inevitable. How do you handle it? Do you completely explode? Do you lose your cool? Do you run away from it? Or do you learn how to handle the stressful environment? In those situations, sometimes it's best to take a breather, take a step back, and remember that the situation can be handled and you don't need to get too emotional. Number 8, whether you want kids or not. Whether you want kids or not is your decision, but I highly suggest that by 35 you figure out whether or not you do. I talk to too many coaching clients that are on the fence, not sure, they feel like they'll make that decision when they meet the right person. I believe it's going to be better for you in the long run to make the decision as soon as possible. If you don't want kids, I would get a vasectomy and I would start dating with the purpose that you know you're never going to have a family. Or if you know you want to have a family, then that should be a priority by the time you're 35, so you can be putting yourself out there and finding the right woman to be part of that family. Make the decision on this because you don't want it to be too late where you finally decide you do and you're over 40 years old. Next, the sunk cost fallacy. When we put a lot of time and resources and energy into something and we think we got to stick with it because we put so much into it, but it just keeps on crashing and it's not really giving you any sort of return. This can be anything. It can be literally something like stocks. It could be a project that you're working on that just hasn't worked out. It's not going anywhere. I want you to feel free to ditch whatever is not working if you put way too much effort into it. This is not my advice to just give up. It's my advice to tweak and do something new if you see something isn't working. Don't get so stuck and emotional over something just because you put the time and energy into it. Next, by the time you're 35, you have to learn how to approach women and not just use the dating apps. The dating apps are so popular right now that pretty much that is the way of dating, but it's not gonna be the best for you because when you learn how to approach, it's gonna get you more comfortable with women, it's gonna get you more dates, and it's gonna actually prepare you more for the first dates that you do eventually get, whether you're meeting women online or offline. Watch this video right here on the screen to learn exactly how to approach women so you know exactly what to do and to avoid any mistakes. And if you feel like you're struggling with women and you can't approach and you can't get dates, head over to tripadvicecoaching.com to watch a video that's going to explain how we're going to get you more dates through approaching women and online. That's at tripadvicecoaching.com.